What's up, guys? You guys are watching Act 1, Scene 5 of our Hamlet analysis series. Alright, so let's just kick off with our very first question. In this scene, does the ghost of the former King Hamlet speak to Prince Hamlet? And the answer is actually yes. The answer is true. So, not only is the ghost actually speaking to Hamlet, the ghost is actually speaking to Hamlet for the very first time. So again, this makes it a lot more interesting to the audience. So it makes it more interesting, so to speak, to us, because when we're watching it, we're thinking now, all right, the ghost became a lot more real to our minds, but at the same time, we still have a little bit more doubt in us, where we're thinking to ourselves, I want to investigate a little bit more to see if the ghost truly is a real thing or if Hamlet's just going crazy. Now this is pretty interesting actually. Consider what the ghost says to Hamlet. The ghost actually accuses Claudius of killing him, of course not killing the ghost, but killing the dead King Hamlet when King Hamlet was alive. And so the actual accusation is said by the ghost, and this leads us to our next question. The ghost tells Hamlet that he was killed. According to the ghost's account, in which way was he killed? And the answer is B. So the ghost actually says that his brother was the one to kill him. He actually says that a serpent came and stung him. The serpent actually came and stung him. That, of course, is not a literal thing. It's a figure of speech. He's basically saying that as he was sleeping in an orchard, his brother came and poisoned him through the ears by pouring poison through his ears. What does that do for us in the play? Well, first of all, it makes us feel like the whole situation is entirely unfair. So just think about that for a moment. If somebody is sleeping, it is one of the most innocent states that a person can be in. The person is not really conscious of what's going on in the outer world. And to take that person in his innocent state, especially a person who should be heavily trusted, it's a family member, for him to go and kill somebody in such an innocent state, that immediately makes us, the audience, side with the ghost, and it makes us side with Hamlet. So what's really cool about this is that before, if you for a moment thought that maybe Hamlet is just an overly emotional boy who can't get over, the death of his father and has a big issue with his mother marrying his uncle, this is no longer a situation where we are looking at an immature boy. This is a real situation where a guy found out that his father got murdered by his father's own family member. So it became a much more serious topic. It became an intense story, and to be exact, it became a story of revenge. Alright guys, so before we end this off, let us try doing one more question. In regards to Hamlet's mother Gertrude, the ghost tells Hamlet to do which of the following? And the correct answer is actually C. The ghost actually says, "But howsoever thou pursuest this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge, to prick and sting her." So it is very, very, very clear that the ghost tells Hamlet to leave his mother alone. He says specifically that the heaven will take care of how to judge Gertrude. So what's interesting here is that he uses the word heaven. He could have said, let her rot in hell or whatever else. But he does use the word heaven. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Perhaps he assumes that Gertrude is still a good person, but simply has a little bit of disappointment in her. Not 100% sure. But the most important part here is that Hamlet is actually instructed to leave his mom alone. Now that's something that we're gonna have to keep our eyes on, because what we're gonna find out later on is that he doesn't quite leave his mother alone. He ends up berating her. He ends up actually making her feel incredibly uncomfortable later on in the play. So just keep your head up for that one when you're reading the rest of the play. And that is the end of Act 1, Scene 5 of our Hamlet analysis series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.